Hello and welcome to the stream. I'm Ryan the DarthDaimyo, and I'm here to play Stardew Valley with Bouncer Becks for you. Hi Beck, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad. Had kind of a day at work, so I'm glad to be doing this chill fishing stream with you.
Right. It's always a good time.
Yep. Okay, I'm loading up the farm now. Oh, I forgot to host. I just loaded it. 1 second, I gotta redo it. Title, co-op, online communication. Host. There we go. Okay, you should be able to join.
Sorry, give me 1 second.
Take your time.
Showing you on. Oh, there.
Oh, Mason is playing Poppy Playtime. He's asked.
Good old Mason and his Poppy playtime.
He's asked me to play that game like 7 times. Okay, cool. Got some mail. Cool.
I have to do some. Oh. Clint.
What's Clint doing?
He's asking me about mining.
Oh, he's gonna give you the furnace blueprints. Oh my gosh, I have no energy. I have like 0 energy.
Probably because you stayed up late the previous night fishing.
What? It's not fair. Steal someone. I grabbed 1 leek over by the bus stop. I'll leave the other one for you. Wait,
Okay.
do you have a full bar of energy?
I do.
Oh. You can have
But
it
you can
anyway.
take it. It's okay.
Oh, thanks. You're nice. I don't want to pass out and drown in the river. Hello. Greetings. Why are you purple? I have no problem with you being purple. I'm just curious why.
It's I don't know. Ask my parents.
True. Okay.
I'm sure there's something they're not telling me.
Yeah. Some terrible family secret.
I knew I was adopted.
Your dad was a grape.
What's that Monty Python line?
I think I know what you're talking about, but I can't recite it. Where are you fishing today?
Stressful days. Oh, just down by the river. My usual haunt. It's always nice to fish after a long day of work.
Yeah. Really helps you unwind. Even if it's digital. Especially if it's digital.
Who wants to go out and fish?
I don't particularly. Yeah.
Do you guys get, I know this is gonna make me sound stupid. You get snow where you're located, right?
Yeah, we're very much a 4 seasons kind of place.
Oh, okay.
but we don't. So I lived in New Hampshire for a bit, which is New England, and when they get snow in like November, December, and then it doesn't go away until March or April or whatever. But here, it snows, and then it gets warm and it melts, and it snows and it gets warm and it melts, and it snows and it gets warm and it melts, and it's like very bipolar weather.
Yes, we are also a Four Seasons area where I am.
Nice.
Can't wait for that winter season, though.
What do you like about winter?
Just the coziness. I
Yeah.
like staying inside while it snows.
Yeah, I'm okay with it as long as I don't have to drive, and then it's the worst thing. I hate going out in the snow.
That's true.
But like if it's snowing and I don't have anywhere to go, then yeah, that's great.
I just like putting on a nice candle and then, playing a game or something.
Mm-hmm. It sounds nice. I don't trust myself with fire personally, but I do like the smell.
I left a candle burning for way too long on the weekend, like overnight.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, my room smells nice. I heard a girl died like that though.
Yeah.
Like from inhaling there was like a wax buildup in her lungs.
Oh, no, I haven't heard that. I've heard of people starting fires with candles, but I've never heard that before.
Yeah, apparently it was like it was a specific type of candle that basically suffocated her.
Ooh. That's not cool.
Right. Oh man, I'm catching a lot of cola.
Have you read much Goosebumps?
Yeah.
So, my son and I read a ton of Goosebumps. And have you read The Ghost Next Door?
Yes.
So, spoiler alert for anybody who's watching the VOD and doesn't want to know the ending of The Ghost Next Door. But most of the time in Goosebumps, like, nothing actually, like, super bad actually happens to the kids. But you find at the end of The Ghost Next Door, the main character thinks her neighbor is a ghost. But at the end of the book, you find out that she was the ghost the whole time, and she killed her whole family because they had a campfire in the backyard, and she had a campfire in the backyard with her twin little brothers. They went to bed, they didn't put it out, and the house caught on fire, and the entire family died. And now she's a ghost. I'm like, this is... I was doing this with my son, and I'm like, this is super dark. I don't know if this is okay.
Right? That's actually pretty dark for Goosebumps, but...
Yeah. And then we read another one, one of the newer ones, actually, The 13 Ghosts of Christmas, where the very first chapter is a little girl falling down a well and dying, and then her ghost haunts the main character throughout the rest of the book. I'm like, I thought kids didn't get hurt in these.
Yeah, Goosebumps is pretty dark when you go back to it.
Yeah.
Were you a fan of Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah, I watched that a lot as a kid. I liked all of the Goosebumps, Are You Afraid of the Dark, So Weird, anything like creepy I was about. I haven't gone back to Are You Afraid of the Dark as an adult yet, though, have you?
No. I'm thinking of doing like a video series on it. I think it would be so fun to go back and like rewatch them.
Yeah. They're either going to be like super bad or they might actually be scary.
I am more of a little baby than I was when I was a kid, so it's possible.
I'm sensitive to certain things, and I'm desensitized to a lot, but there are still like certain topics and themes that get to me hard.
Like today, I reached into my lunch bag to grab my lunch, and there was a big spider in there.
Ooh.
I don't know how it got in there, and I literally just went. I was trying to stay calm, and I was like, and I ran to my boss's office, and I'm like, I need my fork. I need my fork. And then he had to go through my bag, and then he couldn't find it, so I looked like the crazy one.
There's no spider here.
Yeah.
I have a spider
He's like,
story.
I don't do anything.
I have a spider story from yesterday I can share if you want.
Sure.
It's probably not going to make me sound very good. So I've been... Hi, Night. How's it going? Thanks for joining the stream. The fishing's going well. Thank you. So I've been decorating my new bedroom. And I have... In my basement, I have like a ton of Star Wars posters. And they're in like these plastic slip covers. They're like basically like giant top loaders. And they've been in my basement for years. And I've been moving them up into my new bedroom. And one of these Star Wars posters I moved up, and I put it up on the wall in my new bedroom, and then I noticed that there were a bunch of dead spiders in the plastic cover stuck between the cover and the poster. So like the spiders crawled down into the top of it and then just like got crushed, stuck, and died. And I was like, man, I should really like take that off the wall, pull the poster out, clean out all those dead spiders, and take care of that. And instead, I just got some Star Wars stickers and put them over top of the plastic cover so I didn't have to look at the dead spiders.
I couldn't. The whole poster would be out in the garbage. So, like,
They're dead, though. They're not going to get me.
I know, but just the thought.
Well, and here's the kicker. And here's the karma. It fell off the wall on top of me while I was sleeping.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Hey, Night. Okay, were they big spiders though? Like big
No.
dead spiders?
They were tiny. They had to be tiny to crawl into that. There were a bunch of them though. Knight says, "Ew, spiders. Why is it always spiders?"
Spiders. Nothing else bothers me as much as spiders.
What about snakes?
No.
Rats?
No, I had pet rats.
Hmm.
I'm fine with them. Snakes we don't see a lot of where I am, so they don't bother me too much.
Yeah, I guess the colder climate, maybe.
Earwigs, surprisingly, I'm actually okay with. Like, I can see one randomly and it won't bother me.
Yeah, as long as it's not, like, on me. Alright, I should go to bed early today.
I think I did a pretty good haul today, so I'm hitting the hay.
Why is it always snakes? That's Indiana Jones. I didn't know if you were trying to do Indiana Jones when you said, why is it always spiders? But why is it always snakes? That's definitely Indiana Jones.
I love how the cat just makes itself at home.
Yep, like a real cat. Oh, I didn't think a mosquito... Knight said snakes, mosquitoes, and spiders all must be destroyed. What do you think about mosquitoes?
They don't bother me. I'm gonna be the weird one here, and I think this is... I don't know why, but I kind of like the itch when they bite.
It is satisfying to scratch.
It is.
I don't... Mosquitoes are concerning to me because they can transmit diseases, but I don't find them as annoying as other people do. Oh, a cola.
Cola.
Oh, sorry, I went... Okay. There we go.
Oh,
Hold on,
how do I give it to you?
I'll meet you in the square. Okay. Just walk up to me and hit A.
Hey. Oh, sorry, I canceled. I acted too fast.
Yeah, I have to accept it. Yay! Hold on, I'll drink this. It's a little early in the morning for soda, but whatever.
Happy fishing. It was poison. No, I'm just kidding.
Great. Thank you. I'll go to the beach. Knight says mosquitoes get more people killed than anything else. You know why? Malaria. Yep. They're one of the biggest killers.
True, yeah. I'm an advocate for rats, though. I don't like how they were blamed exclusively for the Black Plague.
Yeah, and all like the recent research points more to humans spreading it more than rats.
It was actually to the fleas.
Oh yeah, and yeah, I've read that too.
Yeah. Nobody blames my little ratties for that. I don't know if you're a big, you're a podcast guy, right?
Yep.
I was listening to a podcast. I don't know if you've heard of him. His name is Mr. Ballin.
No.
He's like a really good storyteller on YouTube. And he does these like weird cases. But he started a podcast company with this guy who does exclusively history.
Ooh.
So I was like listening to one today that was all about the first surgery in human history.
Ooh.
Which was this guy that got shot in the stomach. And instead of helping him, the doctor basically didn't sew him up and used him as an experiment to kind of calculate how digestion works.
Okay. Talk about taking one for medical science.
Yeah, it was pretty dark. This was like before the patients had rights.
Yeah. Ugh. That's scary.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess...
Like the guy even... Oh, sorry.
I guess it's unlikely they could have helped him anyway, but still, it's not okay.
Yeah. And like the guy... So he basically had like a hole in his stomach that was never stitched up. And instead of... Because he didn't want to stitch it up, because he was in so much pain that he was like, oh, I'll just leave it open and it'll heal on its own. So the doctor was like, okay, I can use this to my advantage. And the guy tried to run away multiple times, and the doctor would track him down and bring him back to live with him.
Ooh. It's terrible.
It's a cool podcast, though.
Yeah, I like a lot of history podcasts.
But like some of the stuff that he would like, oh, it was just weird thinking about it. Like he'd put food on a string and then just shove it in the stomach. And then like take it out.
Oh. I mean, I guess we had to learn about the body somehow, but surely there's a better way.
My favorite doctor in history is the one who basically created anesthetic. And it was like one of the best surgeons in the world at the time. And he was like so fast because you had to be fast when aesthetic wasn't actually a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or anesthetic, whatever it is. And his famous line in the surgery room was, "Hold time, me gentlemen." And he did the surgery in like a minute.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Sounds like something you should be taking your... I mean, I guess if they don't have anesthetic, yeah, they have to go fast, but still, like, ugh.
Just imagine living in those times.
I don't want to. Modern world has a lot of issues, but I really I really appreciate some of the medical technology we have.
And it brings like interesting questions into the mix. You know, like the guy who um, did like immoral vaccine testing, so he would like inject people with smallpox without them knowing. But like we wouldn't have vaccines without that. So
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. Like, obviously, we need vaccines, but it's weird.
and sorry, I don't mean to go off on a tangent. I get really excited when it
No,
comes to medical history.
no, that's cool. I think it's interesting. Yeah, like
The Art of Butchering. It's on Audible.
The Art of Butchering. Okay, I'll pick it up. Is it a free one?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'll put it on my wish list. I get my year's worth of credits at the beginning of November. I had appendicitis when I was like 25, and had my appendix not been taken out, it would have just burst and killed me. So, and that's like a big thing we take for granted. Just like, oh yeah, we'll just whip that appendix out of there.
And all these surgeries are so simple now too.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can do organ, well, depending on the organ transplants so easily now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my bus takes me quite a bit to get to work and from work now, so I've been listening to a lot of podcasts.
My friends and I do a podcast. We haven't done an episode in a couple months because of life, but we did 2 episodes a week for almost 2 years. So we have a lot of episodes.
What was your guys' podcast about?
It's called The Horror of Babylon. And it started as a horror book club podcast where we would read a horror novel and then just kind of talk about it. And we had like a format where we talk about structure and themes and characters, and we'd also talk about the author and the background of the book. And then in like the past year and a half, we've started kind of expanding out and doing like some fantasy and sci-fi and some other stuff, but it's mostly horror. And we do some movies too to kind of break it up and have more episodes, but like the best episodes are all book episodes.
That's cool. I'm starting a podcast soon with Wutai.
That's cool. What are you guys gonna do?
Yeah. It's gonna be a nostalgic 90s podcast, so talking about things from the 90s.
Awesome. What are some of the topics you're thinking about covering?
I think some of them are like Sailor Moon we're gonna cover. So I want to do an episode on like commercials, like the differences between American and Canadian commercials from the 90s.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, because there were a lot of wild ones. We got this one from Canada. It was from the Canadian dairy farmers, and they're like, it's a rap video. They're like, got milk? Got milk?
I will have to YouTube that. You know, I've never seen a single episode of Sailor Moon.
Oh, really?
I got home from school at 4:30, and it was on Toonami at 4 o'clock. Gundam Wing was on at 4:30, and I just barely made it home in time for that, and then DBZ was on at 5. so I never got to see Sailor Moon.
See, my mom would keep me home from school so I could watch Sailor Moon in the morning.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was always on at like 8 a.m. and school started at 8. So she's like, oh, whatever, 25 minutes won't kill you because I just lived around the corner from school.
Okay.
So she would just like let me watch Sailor Moon and walk me to school.
So it's not like she wanted to sleep till noon and then she rolled you into school at like 12:30.
No. My after school show was Barney.
Yeah, I watched Barney too, but that was way before the Toonami era.
Oh, yeah, and then I think we're doing an episode on the phenomena that was Pokemon cards in school.
Yeah, there was a whole lot of drama at my school around Pokemon cards.
I didn't have it because I didn't really have Pokemon cards when I was a kid, so.
I did. Not as much as some others. Like I had this one friend whose parents would literally just buy them cases of like multiple boxes. So they had like multiples of every single card and just they were treated like a god on the playground. But there were like fights and people would trade cards with each other and then find out later, what, that Raichu's worth how much? And I only got this freaking Oddish. And then they'd go and they'd fight each other. And then Pokemon cards got banned from our school. And so when we wanted to do Pokemon card trades, we had to go in the coat closet, which is where we kept our coats and our backpacks, and the teacher couldn't see. So it'd be like, bro, you bring that Hypno, and I got my Executor, and I'll meet you in the coat closet, and we'll do this, but we gotta be quick, or else Mrs. Tenney's gonna catch us, and we gotta be careful, man. It was rough times.
We only had, before the Pokemon thing came into existence, we played like the most violent games. We played Red Rum.
It's murder.
Basically was. It got banned from our school because a girl actually, like, got really hurt.
I mean, that's not funny, but
No, it's not, but it was fun.
yeah.
We would like all stand in a line and lock hands, and then the other people would stand in a line and lock hands, and then we would rush each other.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it ended badly most of the time. I remember this one guy was like going right for it, and he flipped this tiny girl right over like his interlocked arms.
Oh no.
Emily caught you digging through the trash.
Yeah, well, she shouldn't be looking.
That's rude.
Yeah, it's super rude. Like, it's dark. I'm rooting through the trash. I don't want to be looked at.
That's how you get killed, Emily. Mind your business.
Yeah, exactly.
Mic okay, by the way? It's not too loud for you.
No, it's good. I'm gonna have no energy again tomorrow. Oh, you passed out.
What?
I said you didn't make it to bed.
I was literally in bed.
Oh, sometimes. So if you have to move to the center of the bed to trigger it. So if you just like nudge into bed, you like try it, like walk into the bed, but don't go all the way to the middle.
It even said the message, Beck made it to bed.
Oh, well then I have no idea. that's weird.
Oh, my energy is great. That's really weird. Do I have a bill?
I know that we're not, all we're doing is fishing, but in case we end up, like, for whatever reason, coming back to this farm and doing something else, would you prefer mushrooms or bats?
Bats.
Okay.
Bats freak me out in real life too, though.
Yeah, I like bats, but I've also never had one flying around my head, so I don't really know how I would react to that.
I actually have a scary story. I
Ooh.
thought it was scary, but it was creepy after the fact.
Do tell.
So I took my dog Daisy out for a run at this park, and this was like a couple months ago. And I have to take her somewhere where it's like completely isolated, away from people, because she's not reactive, but she's a big dog, so I don't want people to get nervous. And I saw something moving in the trees, and I was like, all right, time to go. And I didn't know what it was, like I didn't make anything about it, and I told my boss about it, because he lives just moving across the park. And he's like, oh, that was probably Herbert. I'm like, Herbert? I was like, who's Herbert? And he's like, it's the homeless man that lives in the trees. I was actually like so freaked out though, because I thought it was like a bat, because I didn't know anything, right? I was like, oh, it's probably like a bat or a raccoon or something. But no, it was a homeless man.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say it was a bat. I did not expect Herbert to actually be a man.
Although I did have a bunch of bats flying at me one time in a park.
Ooh.
That was my fault though.
Did you throw a rock at him?
No, I was out with my friends, and we had been,
Partaking?
partaking in some adult beverage,
Yep.
and I had to go to the bathroom. So I was like, I'm gonna go into this abandoned forest, and I'll meet you guys in a couple minutes. And as I was like going to the bathroom, a herd of bats decided to just come at me.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's bad.
It was bad. One almost got caught in my hair.
Ooh. That's why I have no hair. For fear of bats.
Creepy. They're big.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Have you gotten your bag upgraded?
Yeah.
Okay. And I think you said last time you got the bamboo fishing pole or the fiberglass pole, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry. Just rambling on about my stories tonight.
You're good. I'm happy to just chit chat and chill out. Hi Daniel, thanks for joining the stream. How are you doing? Yeah, I saw, I wasn't online when you and Danny were talking about that, but I read the conversation you guys had afterward, like a couple hours after. I'm sorry that you had to deal with that. It's real crummy. I'm glad you're doing better now, though. Yeah. And I don't know if we're going to get to the next rod before we end this, but that one's a lot better too. Plus, I'm sure you're leveling up. And that...
Yeah, I'm level 5.
Nice. Well, I'm glad you're doing better, Daniel. How'd that go? I'm sorry.
I don't know if I passed or failed yet, but I'm 100% sure I probably failed because I don't think anyone could pass it on the first try.
And that was stage 2 of testing?
Yeah.
How many stages?
Like, it's 7 or 8 stages.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, after that it's pretty good. Like, it's online information system, and then it's the interview, and then it's the psychological assessment, then it's the background checks, and then it's
Okay.
training.
So it sounds like the first couple are really where they like test you, and then the rest of it's kind of normal stuff.
Yeah, they definitely make the test designed just to stress you out.
Well, yeah, it's a stressful job, so that makes sense.
I think the only thing I had going for me was the fact that I was mom.
I'm sure that helps.
Yeah, she's like staring at you the whole time, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Like, it sounds like they're not being nice, but like, you're literally dealing with like life and death situations. You got to be able to manage stress.
It's true. And then you have to do this part where you read out loud into a microphone, and you know that I have trouble reading out loud.
Mm-hmm.
And they're judging you hard. So any stutter, any mispronunciation, anything, you get docked. And I came across this one card. It's like, please switch to card number 2. And it was all a tongue twister. And I was like, like, before I even started reading it, I was like, this is where I fail. This is it. It was like the raspberry brown rabbit ran onto Riddell Road and hit the, like, it was all R's.
Oh. I could see myself like getting all mad about it. I'd be like, "This is ridiculous. I'm never gonna have to say something like that on an actual job." And then I get the job, and night 1, Robert Robertson gets hit on Ridgevale Road, and you gotta be like, please go to Ridgevale Road, pick up Robert Robertson. He got hit by a Wrangler, and
And I think the second worst part was the phone call that they make you do. So you don't actually have to talk in the phone call, but you pick up this they were using like antiquated stuff, by the way, like really old school phones, old school machines.
Mm-hmm.
So you're picking up this dial tone machine, like phone, and you have to get 5 pieces of situation. And it's staticky, and the woman is screaming on the other end. And she's like inconsolable, right? So you have to get like a phone number, an address, the situation, all of that from this like 30-second phone call. And I couldn't make out like anything.
It's rough. I'm sorry. Night.
Okay, it's
I don't remember saying night one. Night. You didn't win anything that I'm aware of. I wasn't doing anything, but thanks for being here. Oh, Daniel Dish, what were the inappropriate people in Angel's chat saying? I mean, you don't have to say like the specifics, but give us the dirt.
like chat.
I'm
Is
so
live stream down?
Did he take it down?
Yeah.
Oh. Like the whole channel or just the live stream?
The live stream. I can
Okay.
only imagine what people were thinking.
That stinks.
Yeah. It was a pretty hot topic among people, so it was kind of expected at the same time.
Was it like something political?
Yeah.
Ah. Gotcha.
I don't know if you heard about the news today. That political activist that
Was
said,
shut.
I'm alive.
Yes, I heard about that.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
It is.
I don't think it matters, you know, what side of the political spectrum you're on. Somebody lost their life. It's unfortunate.
In front of their family.
Yeah, exactly.
Like everybody's like saying, oh, his words incited violence. Well, you just proved him right.
Yeah. Knight says,
Yeah.
oof, you guys know True Gamer from Siren Stream? Probably not, but he's a good friend of mine. And he made me a Moz because apparently I'm trustworthy and control myself. Knight, how many times have you come into my stream and just been like, I'm here to cause chaos? I'm not saying you're not trustworthy, but saying that's a thing that happens.
I just imagine him going into Shiren's stream and being like, I'm here to cause chaos.
Yeah. I need to check out that Muppet game she was playing the other day. I haven't gotten to watch that yet.
You know what game I kind of really want to play? But it comes out before Christmas, but I would want to play it at Christmas.
What's that?
Is the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer game.
I have not seen anything about that.
I'm not expecting it to be good, but it's my favorite Christmas movie.
Is it like a legit game based on that movie, or is it like one of those terrible, it's a horror game and you're Rudolph and you kill everybody?
No, I think it's a legit game. You play as like all the characters, and it's based on that movie, and you're trying to save I forget the plot line, but you have to go like surfing and like, you know, fight bosses and stuff.
I mean, even if it's not a good game, you could still make it into a fun stream.
Oh yeah, I'm 100% picking it up for Christmas. That's gonna be my Christmas Eve game. I love that movie.
Yeah, it's a classic. Rankin and Bass. I wonder if you get to go to Misfit Island, or the Island of Misfit Toys.
I think that'll probably be the end stages. I only saw a little bit of trailer for it, but it actually looks, it doesn't look bad. But I hate that they're releasing
Yeah, it should come out closer to Christmas. Yeah, I completely agree, Daniel. Like, it's totally fine if you don't have the same politics as somebody, but you shouldn't be celebrating their death and making a joke about it. So yeah, I don't. If that's what was going on, I don't blame Danny for taking that stream down. That stinks. Just makes me thankful I haven't had to deal with something like that here. Yeah, use your mod powers for good, Knight. You have power and no responsibility. You want to be the bad guy? Hi, Shiren. Thanks for joining. How are you? Yeah, I think Knight, you do seem like a good guy, but I think you're like you're 16 and you just have you see a little chaos and you want to contribute to it. Yeah. I was the same way when I was 16. I would just say and do stupid things to get a reaction out of people.
I would steal shopping carts from the local grocery store.
I almost got beaten up at a Target. My friends and I were checking out at Target, and the guy in front of us was buying diapers. And I just, I was just a stupid teenager, and I just turned around to my friends. I said, "You know what I hate? Babies. Babies are so dumb. I freaking hate babies." And like this guy got super pissed and like wanted to take me outside, and it's like, I reflect back on that. I'm like, wow, I was a dumb kid. Did the game freeze for you? Oh. Okay. Okay, mine was longer than normal. Okay, sorry. I knew you were close to 16. Happy early birthday. Yeah, Daniel lives in the future. You're welcome, Knight. Yeah, he just started streaming again after not streaming for like a couple months or something.
Yeah.
And they were probably some just random Jomos who wandered into his chat, not anybody who would like actually watched his channel or anything. Bye, Knight. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good evening. Yeah, my work usually gets slow in the fall and then much slower in the winter, so I'm looking forward to that. Our summer is our busy season. So I'm absolutely looking forward to being able to do some more chill things instead of working all day. What are you reading right now?
I'm still going through the Carl Dungeon Crawler book.
My coworker recommended that to me.
It's good, but I think that I should switch it up because obviously it's not. Well, I went through a period like a year where, like, I think it might have just been stress, where I couldn't read properly. Like, my inner monologue was really bad.
Mm-hmm. I've had that happen before.
Yeah. Like, it still is. I can't, like, I feel like I'm not comprehending anything.
Hi to Grumble.
I did pick the Kaiju's Battlefield version book.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that. That sounds cool.
Yeah, so I might read that, but I might try and get through the Dungeon Crawler one.
Why are there 7,000 pigeons? Also, thanks for joining the stream. Yeah, there's another annoying animal. Do you like pigeons?
I love pigeons.
They're cute.
I feel bad for them. We domesticated them,
Yep.
used them, and then abandoned them.
Treat them like crap.
Yeah.
I think they're adorable.
So adorable. I always try to pick one.
We don't have pigeons where I live, but when I was in New York, I was very amused with them. Yeah, people don't like seagulls either.
I mean, I don't hate them, but I don't like them.
Bye, Shiren. Thanks for watching. We're playing Stardew Valley, and we're doing a fishing challenge. We're playing through the whole first season, and we're going to see who can catch the most fish. And it's mostly just an excuse to chill out, but also fun.
During this event that we had at my work, we had a barbecue for our customers.
Ooh.
And this old lady that always walks by, we call her cart lady. She always just walks by with her cart.
Mm-hmm.
Steals stuff from us sometimes.
Hmm.
But whatever, she's like 90 years old. I'm not gonna fight a lady, an old lady. But I was giving her a hot dog, and a seagull like called his friends over, and they just ambushed her.
I like hot dogs, but I don't know if I would fight a flock of seagulls for a hot dog. I'd probably ran so far away.
I had to like break one into pieces and just toss it everywhere so that they'd get off her. One started screeching at me, and I'm like, get out of here.
Have you seen the movie The Birds?
Parts of it, yeah.
That's kind of a creepy movie.
The Alfred Hitchcock one.
Yeah. Oh man, if they remade that, I bet it would be so bad. Be all CG birds.
My best friend and I, a long time ago, I wish we would have done this. We wanted to start a podcast, like a video podcast on bad horror movies.
We have done plenty of bad horror movies on my podcast.
And we've seen quite a few, like, in our lifetime. I remember one, Tire.
I haven't seen Tire.
Yeah, about a killer tire. It's so stupid.
At least Christine had 4 tires.
This one's just about a lone tire that traveled. It gets into a car
Oh my gosh.
I remember we watched this old vampire movie. I think it was called Vampires in New York, and it was filmed in like the 50s or something. And there was this one scene um, that was like not age friendly or anything, and it went on for so long that we were like, you know what? Let's go get a pizza. And we went and got a pizza, left it running, and we came back to the house, and it was still going.
Oh my gosh. Welcome back, Shiren. On my podcast, we reviewed this this vampire movie that was super bad. It was from the 80s, and this girl gets turned into a vampire, and like at the end of the movie, her boyfriend gets turned into a vampire, and they figure out a way to cure vampirism is just a full body transfusion, just drain out all the blood and put in new blood. And I just thought that was the stupidest thing. Become a vampire, get a transfusion.
Do you think that could actually work in theory?
I mean, I would assume that, you know, if it's a virus, it's carried through the blood. But I mean, like, your body changes too, so you would think like maybe it initially goes through the blood, but then it like gets into other parts of your body. So I wouldn't think that. Maybe if you had a transfusion right away, possibly. But I wouldn't think it would work after you've been a vampire for a while.
True.
Yeah, that's something I think about.
I love stupid movies.
Yeah.
There's one that I love. I love it so much. Dead Snow 2.
I haven't seen that.
Well, Dead Snow is also good, but Dead Snow 2 is where it really starts to get ridiculous. But it's about not German zombies.
I may have seen the first one. I think I did. I don't think I've seen the second one, but this was like years ago.
So funny. The second one is just hilarious.
Oh, gosh.
Forget sometimes I have too much what I say, so that's why I cut myself off.
I'm not going to kick you off if you say something inappropriate. But yeah, I'm trying to keep it kind of family friendly here.
Yeah.
Although I have noticed since the new YouTube age restrictions, my audience is trending up in terms of age. A lot. I don't know if like fewer kids are watching or fewer kids are just chatting, but like 6 months ago, I would have said the majority of my chat was kids, and now it seems to be much older. So I have thought about playing some more mature games, like not like super inappropriate games, but I've thought about playing, you know, more than just like Nintendo stuff.
Yeah, because isn't there one viewer who is like actually just blocked?
Yeah, she said. Yeah, she even Jams. She even posted a screen recording of her like trying to get onto it and saying it's blocked. And she said she asked her dad, and her dad said it's because of the age restrictions. But I don't really like completely understand how that works because Mason still watches, and he's about the same age as this kid. And I don't know if like YouTube just hasn't like tagged their accounts in the same way, or if it's taking the algorithm a while to make it through all the millions of YouTube accounts, and maybe they just haven't gotten to Mason's account or not. I don't really understand how it works.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. That is weird.
Yeah. Just made the neighbors all day. I don't know. I never actually asked who they were, but they just made a new account, and then I found that Coffee was gone, the channel was gone again.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Speaking of your stream, how's Lunar going? The game's super pretty.
It's really fun. I did play a little extra last night. I didn't like. I started. I'm gonna start over when I stream it, but it's a bit questionable for an older game.
Mm-hmm.
But
Like,
it's fun. Yeah.
inappropriate content wise.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't understand why this, 50-year-old magician guy is talking.
Ugh. Yeah. Like in that Sailor Moon game you played, there's that guy in the cave who like wanted to get with the Sailor Scouts, and he was like 80 years old or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, not cool.
I love games for that though. You just never know what you're gonna pick up.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lunar's really fun. I'm actually planning on doing a video. I haven't made a video in a long time. For games like this. I'm gonna do a video on things I want to see going forward that Lunar has done well.
That'd be cool. I haven't touched those games at all, but I think they're super pretty.
And like the battle system is a bit wonky, but I like that the AI is very smart. So if you put it on auto battle, like they know exactly what they're doing.
Hmm.
Like I died to a boss probably 4 times, and then I was like, whatever, I'll just put it on auto battle just for the fun of it, and I beat it within like a minute and a half, and I'm like, oh my god.
That would make me. That'd be like, the AI's better at this game than I am.
Oh, it gets hard though, so I'm not looking forward to that, but it's pretty fun so far.
I finally beat Final Fantasy X.
Yes, I saw.
Yeah, I was excited to have that off my. It felt really good to just like cross it off the list. I'm not as invested in the story and the characters as a lot of other people are. But I really love the gameplay, and I was just really happy to finish it.
Was it a hard final battle? I've actually never gotten past that.
Yes, it was. So I looked up a way to cheese it. Riku has a... You know how she like mixes her items to get different effects with her overdrive. So I looked up a combination of items that gives you the power of 9999, and it makes every attack you do 9,999 damage. So I just got Riku to her overdrive before the fight, and then and even with that, it took me like 5 tries to beat the final 2 bosses. But yeah, it's pretty hard. At least for me. Yeah.
I watched a video one time of the hardest Final Fantasy bosses, and I think the hardest one, or the one with the I don't think her name is, I forget her name, I think it's like Yzma or something, and the developers knew that she had so much HP that they allow you to take a break in the middle of battle.
To like...
Just stay heal up.
Oh, that's crazy.
I think it's an optional boss though.
Oh, okay.
She has like 12 million HP.
What?
Yeah.
The like the big one in 10 had 120,000. So
One was a lot.
that's crazy.
I think that was in 12. Yeah, I think it's 12.
12 is my favorite. I haven't actually beaten it, but I got to the final boss, and then I said, okay, I'm gonna side quest, and I'm gonna do all the side quests, and then I'm gonna come back and beat the final boss. And surprise, surprise, I didn't. But aside from the final boss, I've played the crap out of that game. But it doesn't sound like I got to that battle, whatever it is.
You have to go out of your way to actually get to this boss. I remember the in Final Fantasy 15 took me exactly 12 hours.
12 full hours of play?
12 full hours. He wasn't even hard. It's just he had so much HP that I was just doing like now you can cheese it. There's a way to cheese it, but I played it when the game first came out, and yeah, it took me. I sat down at 7 p.m. and I did not leave the TV until 7 a.m.
Did you like pause it and take a nap or something?
No, I played right through.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if I could do that. That's gotta.
Time and I had no job, so.
That's gotta feel good to finish it though.
Oh, you know what? I was a time, so I when I finished, I walked outside the apartment, lit one up, and I was like, yeah, it's good. Watching the sunrise, and then the security guard's looking at me, and I'm like, it's a good day, isn't it?
Did you go the full 12 hours without taking a cigarette break?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I bet that was like hell on your nerves.
Not really, actually. I was so intent on the game that I didn't even really notice.
That's good.
I don't think I did anything. I didn't even check my phone. I didn't do anything for 12 hours.
Wow.
Except just stare at the screen and try to beat it.
Yeah, I don't think I have that kind of attention span anymore. Maybe I would have in college, but probably not.
What's up, buddy, Sway? Yeah, it was intense. My roommate had moved out at that point, so I had the apartment to myself, which was even better.
Hi, Sway.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Yeah, when I was the last dorm room I stayed in when I was in college, my roommate was a football player, and he was also he was in the army or the reserve or something. But he was like on leave from active duty to go to school because he had a football scholarship. And he got hurt. I forget if it was in practice or a game, but he got hurt, like bad hurt. Like he was in, I guess he broke his leg or something. He was on crutches. But he lost his football scholarship, and so the army pulled him out of school and sent him back to active duty and deployed him to Iraq with a broken leg.
Hardcore.
Yeah, it was bad.
My roommate was pretty cool. Her mom was crazy and caused a lot of problems near the end, but she comes from like a Muslim family, and it was so funny because just the difference in experiences growing up. But she was actually really nice.
Yeah, unfortunately, I never really got along with any of my roommates, but they were all nice people. When I was a freshman, I chose to go to the substance-free dorms, which was just if you wanted to be in this dorm, you agreed not to drink and not to smoke pot and be a part of a substance-free environment. So like everybody there was like, "Oh yeah, we're here to learn. We're not here to party. This is going to be like an education-focused dorm." except for my roommate, who had been jailed the previous summer for selling marijuana, and his part of his bail was he had to be in the substance-free dorms. So, which of course did nothing to actually stop him from enjoying his life. So our room was a little bit different than all the other rooms in the substance-free dorm. Yeah. And it worked out for me, though. He didn't come home a lot at night, and I kept track of it. And he once did not come home for 21 nights in a row.
That's like a dream.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's better. I mean, granted, when the other guy got sent to Iraq, I got an entire semester of the room to myself, but it was for a very bad reason. Felt super bad for him. And then the other roommate I had was from Nepal, and he spoke like almost no English. So it was just like, hi, 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 hi. And sorry. He knew sorry because his family would call him at like 3 a.m. because that's when they were awake. And of course I'd wake up and he'd be like, sorry. And I'm like, it's okay. Just, I'm going back to sleep. Talk to your family.
I know I lived in a townhouse with 3 other girls, and one was the rich girl, who I got an apartment with next year.
Ooh.
And then we had 2. One was from Nigeria, I think, and then the other one was Canadian. Religious session
Okay.
at our house.
Cool.
Which wasn't a problem. Like, it wasn't a problem. But it became a problem when she started allowing them into our rooms.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah.
Why?
Me and the girl, like, I don't know. She would be like, oh, go up to the washroom and just, like, use the washroom, use whatever you want. But then they would just come into our rooms freely. And one time I was home, and this guy just, like, walks into my room, and I'm like, hello? and and he's like, oh, and he's like, the bathroom? And I'm like, yeah, the bathroom's literally, the door's open, you can see it. And he, like, steps into my room, and I'm like, I forget the girl's name, but I yelled down to her, and I'm like, come get your guest, please.
I mean, I've had people knock on my front door asking me to talk about religion with them, but I've never had anyone knock on my bedroom door to come talk about religion.
I mean, that's how me and the rich girl actually became, like, well, good friends. We're not friends anymore, but we became good friends then, because we, like, hated those nights when she would host these little parties. So we would just go out and, like, walk around and everything.
Mm-hmm. Escape.
Hi, Danny.
Hi, Danny.
She killed me, though. Killed me so much, because I remember one time she came home to our apartment, and she was complaining, and she was in a bad mood, and I'm like, what's wrong? And she's like, oh, I was just at Walmart, and this guy, like, begged me for money, and I bought him a Happy Meal, or I bought him a meal from McDonald's. And we had an apartment that was, like, up on the 6th floor, so you could see this whole area, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, oh, you know, I just felt bad for him, but I did my good deed of the day. And then she's looking out the window, and she's like, I can't believe it. And I go over, and I'm like, what? And she points to this construction worker, and she's like, that's him.
So
Like, has a full job, and she just gave him a free meal.
that's so stupid. That's so dumb. Normally, it's like they want money, and you like. So recently, I was walking into a store. This was like 2 months ago. I was walking into a store, and this guy came up to me. He's like, "Hey, kid, I need some money. My kids don't have any food. I just need to buy like some hot dogs and some hot dog buns." I'm like, and I said, "Yeah, absolutely. You wait right here. I'm going into the store. I will buy hot dogs and hot dog buns, and I'll be right back. I'll do it before I do my shopping. I'm gonna go get it and bring it to you in like 5 minutes." And as soon I walked in the door and I turned around, and he was running off. Like, I'm like, sorry, I'm not just gonna hand you money, but I will go get your kids food.
Yeah, right.
So that's, I was expecting something like that, but no, he's just a fully employed guy ripping off some college girl for lunch. That's, oh my god.
There's this guy at the Walmart right across from my work, and he's always outside, and he's like, he's bad. Like, he'll approach when you're in the car, and like, be like, you got money? And one time, I was walking into the store, and he's like, you got money? And I'm like, no, I don't carry cash on me. And then I walked out with all my stuff, and he's like, you got money? And I'm like, no, still don't have money. And then he followed me across the parking lot, and I was like watching him from the corner of my eye, and he's like, do you have money or not? And
He said no.
Yeah, I stopped and I turned around and I was like, I told you that I do not have money. Leave me alone. Yeah, like he was persistent. And he'll approach like women by themselves, like putting their children in the car, and he'll like come up behind them and be like, you got money?
Could at least be like, do you have any spare change that I could have to buy a meal? It's like, no. Do you have money? It's not even grammat. He means, can you give me money?
Yeah.
I'd be like, yes, I do have money.
Yes, I do. That's why I'm going to the store.
Yeah.
Sure.
But it's digital imaginary money that is represented in my wallet by plastic.
Hi, Danny. I turned down the music on my end.
Yeah, does everything sound okay on my end? You guys hear me and hear Beck and hear the music? If not, let me know.
I don't have like, I'll never have a perfect collab, it feels like, because there's always something.
It's a learning process. We'll get there. Especially if we're doing it regularly.
Yeah. Well, at least I got my microphone to work this time.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that confirmation, Danny, after all the emotes.
Let me guess. He was like, oh, Becky, make sandwich, Becky.
Don't give him ideas. Thinking what other... Oh, there used to be this guy when I worked at Starbucks who would come in. We call him One Leg Joe. Because he only had one leg. And, he would always, like, steal blatantly in front of us. Like, I was serving him coffee one day, and he would just... I'd be staring at him, like, making eye contact. And he would just, like, put his hand in the tip jar and steal the money that was in there.
He's not even stealing from the store. He's stealing from you.
Yeah. And I would be like, Joe, do you know what you're doing? And he's like, what? I'm not doing anything. And I'm like, put the money back, Joe. You know, we already give you free coffee. Put the damn money back.
It's stealing is wrong, but it's one thing to steal from a billion-dollar corporation, and it's another thing to steal tips from the minimum wage employees who work for that billion-dollar corporation.
Who also give you free food and free coffee.
Yeah.
This guy was like so cute though. Like, he just wanted to make friends with people, so he would go up to people, just sit at their table.
Hi, I'm joining you. I would hate that.
And I would have to like go pretend I'm cleaning, and I'm like, Joe, the 12-year-old with the frappuccino does not have a cigarette. I hope he's in a better situation wherever he is.
Yeah. Oh, Joe.
You'd have to call his worker, and I'd be like, "Come get your boy, please." Like, he's hassling 12-year-olds.
Got a cigarette.
Gotta smoke, kid.
He thinks this 12-year-old kid's just gonna whip out a pack of cigarettes. Like, yeah, I don't smoke, but I keep them so I can give them to people when they ask.
Free coffee, Danny. I always gave him free coffee. Deal with him and make me a sandwich. See, you gave him an idea.
Oh, he would have said it eventually anyway.
He would've. Oh yeah, and then there was this time that Joe collapsed in the store. And the people, like the baristas, were all done with him at this point because he always faked things, right? To get the ambulance called on him.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm not saying he always faked,
Mm-hmm.
but even the paramedics were like, yeah, stop calling us unless it's an actual emergency. And he fell in the store one time, and I actually felt so bad. Because nobody would go and help him up, so I went and helped him up.
Oh.
And then afterwards, he put it, like, he adjusts his leg, his prosthetic leg, and then he's like, oh, that was rough. You gotta smoke? And I'm like, it never changed.
Sounds like he's a character.
Living his best life. Sandwich is life. Sandwich is life and love. I like a good pastrami sandwich.
I haven't had pastrami in forever. That sounds delicious.
Corned beef.
Last night I made, I'd never done this before, but I saw it online. You take crescent rolls and, like, before you wrap them up, to bake them, I put roast beef and provolone cheese in it, and then wrap them up and then bake them in the oven, and then make, like, French dip or Odds juice, and to just dip them in. It was delicious.
Sounds really good.
Yeah.
I wish I could cook.
I mean, there's really you pop open a can of crescent rolls and put meat and cheese and then roll them up. It's barely cooking.
I'd probably still find a way to mess it up. They'd come out as like flat pancakes by the time I was done with them.
Well, pancakes are good too.
Hear that, Angel? Or Danny, sorry. Old habit.
D'Angel.
Angel. We always talk about food when I'm here. Yeah, of course, because you love food.
Yeah.
I think if I could choose, I would only have smoothies the rest of my life.
I don't know what I would pick.
Because I actually hate the act of eating. I don't like it.
I wish I didn't.
Granted, that comes from the thyroid thing, so
Oh, yeah.
not being able to like swallow food properly kind of gives you PTSD.
Yeah, that would make sense. Sorry you have to deal with that. It's not fair.
It's mostly better now.
Well, that's good.
I still have like episodes where I actually think I'm gonna choke, and then it like makes me not want to eat for a bit.
Yep, my son aspirates his food, so he actually does almost zero solid food right now. He has a NG tube that goes through his nose directly into his stomach, and he has formula 5 times a day. He actually snuck into the kitchen and grabbed an apple and took a bite out of the apple without me knowing it, and then he ended up coughing it up, and he coughed so hard he coughed his NG tube out of his stomach, and it came out through his nose like a big worm.
Sounds so painful.
Yeah. Well, Snow White is one of his favorite movies, and he likes to pretend he's Snow White dying. So I was in one room cleaning, and I just hear, "I Snow White, I eat poison apple," and I hear this crash because he takes a bite of an apple and throws himself on the floor. Except he was in our kitchen and he threw himself onto my recycling bin. So I come in the kitchen and he's laying on the floor with an apple in his hand and recycling everywhere. And then, like, less than 10 minutes later, he coughed up the apple and his NG tube.
Do you have to go, like, put the tube back in yourself?
No. We have to go to the ER. His mom took him. I had him all day, so I called her and she said, "I'll take him." I was like, "Thank you." Like, we can, like, we both know how, but they like to check it with an x-ray to make sure it's in his stomach and not in his lung.
Yeah.
And so it's like, we could put it in, but it's like, ugh, it's just better to go to the hospital.
Oh man. Well, kids will be kids.
Yeah.
Matter the situation.
Yeah, if he wants to pretend to poison himself with an apple, then that's what he's gonna do.
Annie says, "I Snow White." Aw. That sounds cute. I can hear him saying that.
Yeah, he's adorable, and he's lucky he's adorable. Some of his meds, sometimes, so he's on a lot of different meds, and sometimes he just doesn't sleep. And last night was one of those nights. He only slept for about 4 hours last night, which means I only slept for about 4 hours. And I had 2 different work meetings today, and after today, I decided I have a new personal rule. If Drake keeps me up half the night or all the night, then I'm just not going to talk during work meetings, because I was rude on a work meeting and got spoken to by my boss about it. And it's the first time I've gotten in trouble at work. And I don't know, since I was like 22 or something. Yeah, but I just didn't have, I was so tired. I had no filter.
I feel that.
We have to get, we use this software for our work, and the contract is up with the people who give us the software. Ooh, I'm going to go check out the bookseller. So we're having all these presentations by all these software companies to try, because they want us to contract with them to use their software for like 5 years or something. And as a part of it, we have to let our current provider make a pitch to us. And that was today. And they spent the first 10 minutes of their presentation talking about how we've worked together so long and how there are costs associated with switching to a new software. And I came off of mute and I told them, "We all know that it costs money to switch to a new software. Please move on from this point." And I got in trouble. We can both buy the bait and bobber, so let's do that.
I already did. It would have been so funny if I stole it from you.
Yeah, that would have been hilarious. I would not even have been mad.
I'm too polite.
Yeah, me too. Well, most of the time. Except for the time I got snippy at those people at work this morning.
I have this supervisor who's like a 19-year-old kid, right?
Ugh.
And we do card orders for manufacturers and that.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are like overseas. Like, you're not going to see the card for like 8 months because it's like in Vietnam, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And she's constantly going through our work orders, and she's like, "Make sure that you update or email the manufacturer and ask them where the part is." And I'm like, "Okay, but how?" I finally snapped on her the other day, and I was like, they literally say in their first email, "It will be a 6 months. We'll let you know when it's on container." So we don't need to keep bothering them when it's only been a month.
Yeah. It's a waste of your time, their time.
So she got owned in front of everyone by the manufacturer. One of them emailed her, and she sent her notes email to them, and she's like, "This is unacceptable. You don't update us." And the manufacturer emailed back and was like, "Hello, so-and-so.
That's funny.
You got a 19-year-old supervisor, Danny? Things are right.
Not 19.
I wish I was.
My daughter is 16.
I hate these supervisors that are like, you know, young and wanna think they're gonna be in like the home office one day.
How do you even get to a supervisory position as 19? Like, unless like
Yeah,
your dad owns the company or something.
yeah, it's favoritism at its finest.
It's silly.
Yep, because the boss, you can tell that the boss loves her. I hope she doesn't. I don't think she does.
Don't worry, bouncer Bertha from Alabama. I'm sure that you don't live in Canada.
No, I live in Arkansas.
Arkansas, yeah. Bertha was the first female name that started with B that I could think of that wasn't Beck or Becca. Brandy would have been better. Betsy, Betty. Okay, now I can think of them.
Bianca.
Yeah, Bianca's good. I like Bianca.
It's okay. My other supervisor follows me, and I like her a lot more, and we both just shit talk. The other not like we don't like talk bad.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about the things that annoy us.
My company has a pretty strict social media policy, so nobody at my work knows about anything I do.
I like that. We do have a social media policy, like technically me talking. I haven't said where I work though, which is good, so nobody can link that to me.
Yeah, same.
I was jealous he can't be a 19-year-old supervisor. I wish I was a supervisor at 19.
I would have been a terrible supervisor at 19. All I cared about at 19 was class and video games and anime.
You know what? Not too bad though.
Yeah.
You know, looking back, I don't know why they promote like young people to management positions. It does not make sense to me.
Same, Shiren. Awesome. So I do believe that ability matters way more than seniority. However, experience is a very important factor in management. And if you're 19, you don't have enough experience to be in a supervisory role. That's shit.
I've had 18 years of customer service experience, which to me would make a good management
Yeah.
position.
Yeah.
Somebody just as fresh out of college with a business degree.
Well, yeah. No, I agree. And then going back to if you're 19, you're not fresh out of college with a business degree unless you went to college at 15 or something.
Yeah. Or you did like an accelerated 1-year course.
Yeah.
5 years old. Alright.
Danny, no, you weren't.
I know the business world upsets me sometimes. I'm just like, why? I see these people getting like promoted that shouldn't be promoted, and I'm like, it just upsets me.
Yeah. Same. And then they make life hard on everybody under them.
Yeah. We had a manager, a department manager at Walmart when I worked there, when I was like 20. And he was probably younger than me. I think he was 19 or 18. And he was a manager.
That...
And he's making like 80,000 a year.
Yeah, but...
Or it actually really pays well.
How, what would you... If you were 19 and you made $80,000 a year, how irresponsible would you be? I would have been so dumb.
Yeah, and he like didn't do anything for us. I mean, to be fair, sometimes near the end of the night, because I was a night stalker, so he would help us if we were like falling behind or something.
Well, that's good.
But he would have to, right? Because that's his job too, is relying on us finishing the job.
Yeah, because it looks bad on him if they didn't. If you didn't.
But
Yeah.
the rest of the night, I would like walk by the offices, and he'd be sitting there with his feet up on his phone, and I'm like, really? There's like 5 people that called in. We have 6 departments to stock.
Wow. Yeah, stocking a Walmart, that's a big job.
Yeah, there was one night where we had 1,800 pieces of food.
Oh my gosh.
2 of us.
Oh my gosh. All right, you take this 900, I'll take this 900. Go.
Yeah.
No lunch break tonight.
Yeah, no, we barely made it because thank God me and that woman worked really well together, and we split it up. And she's like, "I'll take aisles 1 to 4. You take 5 to 9." And I'm like, "Deal. Let's meet in the middle." And we just like hustled.
Ugh. I worked at Walmart for 10 days. In the deli, and it did not go well. I did not last long.
I like the bakery. No, I'm not stalking you, Danny. I like the bakery because I was by myself, and they left me alone for the most part. I moved over to stalking after the bakery, but in the bakery, it was like mine to me.
Yeah, there was like 4 or 5 of us in the deli, and it was constant. Cut meat, refresh the rotisserie chickens, spin the rotisserie chickens. Customer wants cheese. Customer wants chicken wings. How much?
Yeah, I worked night shift, so I didn't have to deal with customers.
Yeah, it was awful. Awful.
I would hide out in the freezer and just read fanfic all night.
Nice.
Like manga or something. And the power went out one night, and they came looking for me because when the power goes out, you have to stalk because there's nothing else you can do. And he's like calling my name, and I'm hiding in the freezer.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Just pretend you locked yourself in there. Help! Help! I locked myself in.
Did you actually work at a GameStop for one day, Danny?
He's told me that before.
For one day? I'd at least do 2 weeks. I worked at a Tim Hortons when I moved in with one of my friends, and it was a 10-hour shift.
Ugh.
And halfway through the shift, I was like, okay, when do I get my break? And the baker just looks at me and she's like, nobody gets a break here. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, what do you mean I don't get a break? And then the manager was like, no, you don't get a break. And I was like, what? That's illegal.
Blame
And everyone
Canada.
else thought it was like normal.
Yeah.
I was like, screw this. And then I just went in, they told me to stock the fridge. So I went in, I grabbed an orange juice. I don't condone this, by the way. I grabbed an orange juice, and I just, like, walked out.
I mean, if the worst thing you ever stole was an orange juice, you're doing okay, I think.
I called my friend's mom, and I was like, yo, come pick me up. I'm done.
Oh, you didn't want to be a Gretzky, a purveyor of Gretzky's?
I did work at Tim Hortons night shift for quite a long time, and that was enough. That was where I met the Gretzky guy. You're being serious? So you actually only worked at GameStop for a day? Why'd you stop? Why'd you quit?
He told me, I can't remember. I'm trying to remember. Blame Canada. Blame Canada.
Jobs. And because it was an independently owned Tim Hortons, they didn't legally actually have to give you a break. what I found out.
Yeah, I've worked at several places that didn't have to give breaks. I just didn't take a break.
It was just funny how the baker was like, nobody gets a break around here. And she's like a 70-year-old woman. And I'm like, you don't get a break?
My shift started when I turned 18 and got hired. I'm so tired. I'm actually 24 years old. But I've been working for 6 years straight, so I look like I'm 70.
Can you imagine?
Ugh. No.
I think my attitude has drastically changed in that way. Like now, you're not supposed to leave the front desk alone where I work. But if I don't get a break, I'm like, yeah, whatever, I'm going on my break.
Yeah. I always take a break now. When I was in my 20s, I'd be like, whatever, I'm a workhorse. Work through it. And I'm like, no, I'm taking my break. I need a break.
Yeah, I'm not getting paid for that hour.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking the break. Took 2 weeks for them to contact me back for another day to work, so I just didn't go.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
I think the best place I ever worked... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You would think they would give them, like, here's your schedule for the week. Not, like, show up this day and then we'll call you for day number 2.
I've worked at places that do that, too.
Oh, that's crummy.
Yeah, it is. I think the best place I ever worked was a cheese factory.
Cheese.
And it, yeah, and it was mainly just because of my manager. He actually, we would work insanely long hours. Like I started at 3 p.m. and sometimes we wouldn't go home till 5 a.m.
Whoa.
And one day it was just me and him left. And he's like, I feel like it's important to teach you what mustard gas is like, so that because we worked with a lot of chemicals.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I feel like it's important to do this so that you know what it's like in case you know, accidentally mix two chemicals together. So he mixed these chemicals together, and then he's like, stand here for a second, breathe in deep, and then I breathed in, and he's like, all right, breathe out fast and let's go.
Okay. So that was 7 days.
Wow, that went by fast.
Yeah, if you want to play a few more, I'm up for it. Or if you want to wrap up and then do a 4th stream with the last 7 days, that's cool. I'm fine either way. I'm sorry if you said something I didn't hear you.
Oh, I said you want to do one more day?
Yeah, let's do another day, and then we'll play 6 next time. Yeah.
Thanks for coming into my house uninvited.
I was here to talk to you about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Thank you for me some cheese. You are my little shoulder dragon.
What is a shoulder dragon?
It's the little thing from Lunar.
Oh, okay.
It looks like a cat.
Gotcha.
I remember that work though. There was this girl I worked with. I worked with my best friend, but she left before me. And this new girl came in and sprayed chemicals right in my face.
Oh.
Yeah, it was bad. Like she was handing the hose up through the grates. We had to clean the tanks and everything. And she pressed on the trigger button and it sprayed like right in my face.
Not cool.
And I was brushing it off. I'm like, oh, whatever, I'll just rinse my face. He took it like extremely seriously. He made me sit down and like drink milk and sent me to the hospital. I waited for 8 hours in the hospital and they paid me for it.
Wow.
Danny says Brian is my shoulder weasel.
I don't know who this Ryan is, but I feel sorry for him. Whatever you say, Danny boy. Yay.
What's that Pokemon that you like? Woobuffet?
Wobbuffet.
Wobbuffet.
Yeah. Actually, Farfetch'd was a Pokemon I considered making the mascot of the channel too.
I like Farfetch.
Yeah, me too.
So if Pokemon Sword actually has the type of Pokemon that I'm looking for, I think I'm gonna do an all rodent run.
That would be cool.
Yeah. I came across one in Pokemon Go that I really want to play.
What is it?
It starts with a D, but it was a little mouse.
Dedenne?
Denenine? Yeah.
Yeah, Dedenne I don't think is in Sword. I could be wrong. But
Game that has all the rodents.
Dedenne is super adorable. I am Weasel.
Fat, Jango Fat, Bubba Fat.
Boba Fett, Jango Fett, Boba Fett, yeah. I'm Woba the Fett.
Darth. Still haven't seen Star Wars.
Bouncer Becks, you're breaking my heart. You're going down a path I can't follow. Okay, so you have seen Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, that's actually my favorite, and it's the only one that I've seen.
Well, it's a pretty amazing movie, so.
I
Yeah.
only really watched it because Natalie Portman was in it.
She's in 2 more.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she's in episodes 1, 2, and 3.
To watch them.
And the episode 1 is her best movie. Well, her best Star Wars movie. I'm not gonna start a fight over what is the best Natalie Portman movie. Actually, I will. The best Natalie Portman movie is the Natalie Portman rap from Saturday Night Live. Have you seen that?
I was just about to mention that. That's like my favorite thing that she's done.
Yeah, same. I know almost the entire thing. I will not rap it on here because, oh my gosh, it is not appropriate, but...
Have you seen Planet Battles?
No.
Knockoff version? Danny's asking that. I don't know what that is.
Planet Battles? I think he's just saying Star Wars Planet Battles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I have not seen Planet Battles. Sounds like some cheesy 80s anime. Like, Planet Battles! This week in Planet Battles, the evil space emperor Taito invades the Earth Sphere Unified Nations.
One day I'll do a Star Wars marathon. My friend has been trying to get me to watch Lord of the Rings with her. She's like, we gotta do a weekend of Lord of the Rings. And I'm like, look, it's like 8 hours of movie. I don't have time.
I love those movies, but they are a large investment.
Have you seen Harper's Island?
No.
You should look that up.
Okay.
It's actually a really good show. It's only 12 episodes.
Harper's Island.
Yeah, it's a really good show. We finished that in one night.
Does it take place on an island?
It does.
Yeah.
I like a murder mystery.
I like horror stuff that takes place on an island.
Yeah, it's really good.
You seen Midnight Mass?
Oh, I haven't.
Okay, well, I recommend that, and I'll look up Harper's Island. You look up Midnight Mass.
Okay, deal.
I was not crazy about the last 2 episodes, but most of it's pretty good.
Stamp my Uber. Good luck, Bex. Oh, thank you, Sire.
I'm sorry. I didn't.
I did pretty good.
What was Siren's comment? You cut out for a sec.
Oh, she says good luck, Scott.
Oh, yay. Yay. Thankfully, I don't have to think about fishing too much.
Yeah, that's why I like these streams, because they're a nice break from
Grinding RPGs. Yeah. Yeah, I beat Final Fantasy X. I'm like, what do I want to play now? I'm like, I don't know. Kirby, Spyro, just something chill. Not an RPG.
Fortunately, those are like the only games I own are RPGs.
Yeah, that's like I mostly play that, and it's like RPGs and platformers and
You have fish? Because she has fish.
fish. Fish.
I'd like to play more platformers. They're a genre that I've never really gotten into.
This is my my very first video game was Mario, and we had Nintendo systems for the majority of my early childhood until we got a PS1. So Mario, Kirby, Donkey Kong was kind of my whole like early video game experience.
I did play, I liked Aladdin on the Super Nintendo. I could never beat it though. My sister had to beat it for me.
No, I can never beat any of those. Like Aladdin, Lion King, DuckTales, Chip and Dale, like they're all so hard.
They really are. It's the carpet level that I have to get her to help me with.
The other collab I'm doing is the Goof Troop game with Hef_GG, and that game is super hard. It's a Capcom game. It's not like a Disney Interactive. It's Capcom made it, and it's kind of frustrating.
I bet, even with 2 people.
Yeah, we're at the final boss. I think we tried like 5 or 6 times to beat him last time we streamed, and it's just like, oh my god, I can't do it. We're gonna try again tomorrow.
Play through these games as kids. I guess we didn't technically. We just kept replaying the parts we could.
Yeah, I just played the first 2 levels again and again and again. It wasn't really.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It wasn't really till like the N64, GameCube, PS2 era that I actually started like beating games.
Yeah, I think that's probably me too. When I got my PlayStation, when I started beating games. I've lost track of how many I've even gotten so far.
Fish?
Yeah.
Do you know how to check?
I don't.
If you look, actually, when we finish this day, just look at my stream and I'll show you before we sign off how to check.
Okay.
And we'll do it when we're done, obviously, and count them all up, but I'll show you tonight. That way, if you want to check and see your progress.
like a playthrough of this game. I've never actually beaten it.
It is a long process. Well, it depends on like what you want to consider beating it, but to get perfection, it's a very long but very rewarding process.
Sleepy.
Sleeper. Night, Shiren. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.
Night, Chiron.
Okay. Let me...
Thanks for that reminder. I had to do laundry too.
Yeah, I need to do laundry as well. Let me know when you're looking at my screen.
Okay, I'm looking.
Okay, so if you go to the menu, and then you go to this Voss jar-looking thing, that's collections, and then go down to fish, and you just hover over, and I'll tell you, I've caught 20 anchovies. I've caught
Okay.
40 sardines, 31 breams, 10 large...
Oh, okay.
So at the end, we'll just go through these and count them all up. I mean, I assume we probably wouldn't count seaweed and green algae and jelly, just do the actual fish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
cool. All right, well, thanks for playing.
No, thanks to you. And probably next week do another one?
Yeah, I'm good to finish this next week, and then we can... I know we were talking about Animal Crossing after this, but we can firm that up and decide what we want to do.
Okay, no problem.
Cool. All right, well, thanks for playing. DarthDaimyo's blasting off again.